To the allegations of irregularities during the last federal election now, we've uncovered evidence that problems with the voters list in one Toronto riding may be worse than previously thought. Our senior correspondent, Terry Milewski, has been digging into this story for us. Terry.
Well, Peter, you are not supposed to get on the voters list with a phony address, and certainly not with no address at all. You're also supposed to give a previous address, so you're not on the list in both places. But tonight, CBC News has examined hundreds of late voter registrations in the riding of Eglinton-Lawrence, and most of them have one of those problems or another. It's not going over well in the riding.
You know, if they couldn't provide sufficient evidence of their riding address, then they should not have been allowed to have voted. So I'm very disappointed that would have taken place.
The loser in that race, Liberal Joe Volpe, today formally requested an Elections Canada investigation. And the winner, Conservative Joe Oliver, agreed.
If the Elections Canada asks for material, of course, we're entirely open to do that, and we welcome any investigation. I don't know whether it's needed or not.
But on the face of it, it is needed because many of the late applications for ballots are blank where the address should be. Elections Canada says those forms would not be approved and signed by an elections officer without the addresses. But the fact is, most of them were approved and signed, so the applicant did get on the voters list. All of this is adding to Liberal claims that the rules were bent or broken in that riding.
This is not dirty tricks. What was going on is illegal.
Marcia Sands, a volunteer on the Volpe campaign, did not witness any tampering with the voters list, but she did witness harassing calls and a range of strong-arm tactics.
Since this robocall and all the little schemes that went on in last year's election, we're no different than the people that we point fingers at, like China, Russia. What's the difference?
So far, we have found a number of curious things about the voters list in Eglinton-Lawrence, such as 12 members of one family with 4 different addresses, all of them getting last-minute ballots without any of them giving a previous address. Now, of course, all of these problems could be simple mistakes, but if so, that's hundreds, maybe even a couple of thousand mistakes. Peter.
All right, Terry. Thank you, Terry Milewski in Ottawa.